Right, today we're going to make Chapli Kebabs. These are kind of one of the delicacies of the sort of Tahbahi, Mindwar, Swat, Peshawar, these regions, Afghan, Patan kind of areas. These are one of our special sort of kebab dishes. So what you need, for this one you need some mincemeat, fresh mincemeat. You need some freshly chopped chilies. You need 1 or 2 eggs, freshly chopped onions, which you've packed. Whenever you chop onions, cover them up because onions absorb bacteria very quickly, so you should keep them wrapped. This is coriander, freshly chopped. And you need a mixing bowl, and also, if you hang on one sec, fresh tomatoes. I usually buy them on the vine, so these are vine tomatoes. Buy them fresh on the vine, and they smell beautiful. Yeah, they're really good. So these we're going to chop up later on to add to the mix. Right. So first of all, we start off by placing the onions. I put the onions straight into there. That's that. Okay. Secondly, what we do, we just throw the mince in there, straight in. Okay, well, what we've done, I've just chopped some vine tomatoes, about 4 of them. I have to go through the amounts here. This is about 3/4 of a kilo of mincemeat and about 3 to 4 small onions. There is these chilies are about 4 jalapenos, I think, and 4 bird's eye chilies, 2 eggs, a bunch of coriander, but this you can add to taste. I also use this laziza, which is the Chapli Kebab mix, which is almost the same as the ones we have back home. So for this reason, we've tried different types, but this one is the nicest one. It's almost identical. So, okay, what we're going to do now. Also, you need, apart from all this stuff, you need to have one of these, a wok or a frying pan, and this extra virgin olive oil I use. And in some places they use actual fat, which is fat of the tail of the animal. There's a lump on the back of the sheep. They use that to cook that in, but we're trying to be a bit more healthier. So let's start with this. The mincemeat goes in here. I've washed my hands, but I'll wash them again because I've been holding things. Right, so first of all we start by mixing. You mix the mince and the onion, like that. Make it all nice. You might need to wear gloves. If you're sensitive to chili on the skin, then I suggest you guys use some gloves. Latex gloves or some kind of these type of gloves you can get in boxes now. Okay, that's that in there. I'm now going to add freshly chopped chilies, quite a lot of them. They all going in because I like mine hot. If you're sensitive to chili seeds, I suggest you definitely wear gloves because I can feel the heat off them sometimes. So mix thoroughly like that. To make it a bit more easier to mix, sometimes if you add the egg at this stage, it actually makes the actual mixing very easier. It goes very liquidy, and this is what helps to gel the mince and the stuff together. I might I think those eggs weren't enough. I might have to add 1 more. It actually adds the stickiness and stops the kebab from breaking into fragments when you add it to the oil. Yeah, you can see it's becoming much easier to maneuver. Right, I've added another egg to this mix to make it more gelled together. There you go, it's lovely now. You can actually feel that the composition of this is actually very sticky now, you can see, but we need to mix it thoroughly anyway. So I now put it into a kind of a spread it along the edges, because at this point I want to make the surface area as big as possible, so we can distribute some of the herbs and spices. And this is the Laziza kebab, Chapli kebab mix. We're going to just spread it evenly across there, as you can see. There you go, nice and even. One pack is plenty for this amount of kebab mix, and any more and you'll kill the thing with spice. But it's there you go, lovely. That's perfect. I'll now continue the mix of this. So we just there we go. Let it all mix thoroughly. Yeah, you can smell that already. The cumin and other coriander, dry coriander is in this mix as well. But it's in the crushed, the actual seeds, coriander seeds are crushed, so you can smell that lovely flavour. Scent of that. Right, that's that. Now we add fresh coriander, which has been chopped or prior to. We add quite a bit, so that's what the amount I add. Spread it across and mix it in. Now this is going to make the mix very, very messy, but it's an essential ingredient in there. And it's a bit of a big onion. But, right, so that's a lovely, you can smell that, that's really nice. And now we add the vine tomatoes. There's about 4 massive ones there, and that goes straight in. Oops. Okay, look at that, lovely. And now this is where the thing gets lovely. Right, that's looking good. Keep mixing until everything is in fact uniform. Another thing we needed is breadcrumbs. So we have some bread here, which I chop into tiny kind of portions and blend them in. And so this thing is still wet from the tomatoes, but it doesn't matter because when it goes in it gets a bit moist anyway. So that's all the breadcrumbs. If you look at the mix now, there, that's what it looks like. We add that on top of that now, and that's plenty. That's going out. Right, so let's mix all that. If you have a look, and the nice thing with these bowls, you can just spin them round as you mix. It makes it a lot easier. Right, that looks quite good now. Okay, one more thing we need to do is add salt. There's quite a bit of mix, so we need to add quite a bit of salt to that. So that's about half a tablespoon. Let's give it a nice thorough spread into the. You don't want it too salty in one end and less salty in another. So nice, good mix. And as you can see this now, the actual composition is quite nice. You can handle it, make a meatball from it. It's kind of good consistency. That's when you know. Look at that. So we're almost ready for getting this thing fried and served. It's quite a quick dish, so if you've got friends coming over, then this is a good one because it's quite a tasty dish and it's quite filling. So you will not have any unsatisfied customers. Right, look at that. That's all ready to go. Right, put the gas on for this one. I'm going to do it in a small wok because there's only a couple of us today to eat, and just me and the cameraman. So, right, while that's heating up, olive oil goes in. I only put about a centimetre depth in there because that's plenty. Let that heat up. Okay, we've had this oil cooking for a little while. What I do is I do a test run with a teeny bit of the mix, and I just throw it in there and see what happens. See, so yeah, that looks like it's fair, almost there. Um, it's cooking quite well. So let's give it a little flick. Yeah, that's quite good. So temperature-wise, that oil is ready. What I'm going to do, I also have with me a little dish with a teeny bit of water in it. So this helps to form the kebab. So if I do a bit on this on my hands like that with a bit of water, I can easily get the kebab out. And you make it into a ball, say like that size, in the palm of your hand, bigger than a golf ball, and you make it into a shape like this. The reason why they call it Chapli Kebab, the word Chapli, it means like flip-flops, and basically you're getting like a flip-flop shape. So that's ready to go in. Be very careful. That's the test sample. You can see it's already cooking quite nicely. Uh, when they're well browned like that, that's not quite ready. I'll leave it in for a little longer until it's red brown, and then you know that's ready to eat. Well, so sometimes the first kebab does break a little because the oil is not always 100% the right temperature. So this one is slightly, whoops, there you go. It hasn't broken, so that's good. This tiny bit here, coming out now. Oops. That's a baby test kebab. I might put another one in now. So like that. Small ball, bigger than the golf ball slightly. And make sure everything's in there. Spread it a bit. Make the flip-flop shape, the chapli kebab shape. And voila, there you go, straight into the oil. Now it's time to flip the other ones as they cook. Yeah, that's cooking nicely. These can be eaten with nice, if you chop salad, the onion, chop some fresh onion, vine tomatoes, cucumber, and get some coriander, lemon juice, coarse black pepper, and a bit of olive oil in there. Mix that, and you make a nice salad to go with this. And then you have it with bread, fresh cooked bread. Give them another flick. And there we go. That's one chapli kebab done. Right, kebabs, when they get to that sort of colour, dark brown, kind of like that, then they're quite nice. They got like a crispy edges to them, and kind of succulent and delicious. So, yeah, these are about ready.